Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today, I want to go over some guns, specifically some scout rifles. We're going to talk about my favorite Rise of Iron era scout rifles. Now, these are the scout rifles that I have used and enjoyed the most during the Rise of Iron and the final chapter of Destiny, the first iteration. So, we got some scout rifles to get through. We got a couple honorable mentions up first, then we got kind of my top 5 in no particular order. We'll run through some PvE, shoot the mans with these guns, and have some fun and talk about each one of them. So if that sounds like fun, let's do it. Now let's go over the honorable mentions to begin with. We got I think 4 honorable mentions. We got the Keystone 01. We've got the Vision of Confluence. I know the Vision of Confluence is not my top 5. I'm so sorry. We have the DIS-43. And we have the Distant Star. Now these are my top 4. Obviously you can see the rest of the guns in no particular order, but we'll shoot each one of these guns, talk about it a little bit, and have some fun doing so. So the Keystone 01 is a high impact, low rate of fire scout from Dead Orbit. It's been the Rise of Iron vendor version for a while, and with the Age of Triumph, it kind of became a really strong entrant into the God Roll reset video. About once a week I'd go and look at this gun and realize, hey, it's pretty good again this week. So the Keystone 01 has been a strong performer for a while now. So that's honorable mention number 1 that I've really enjoyed, but it doesn't quite make my top 5 for all of Rise of Iron. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the Vision of Confluence. Vision of Confluence has only been around for a couple, maybe a couple months. It is an amazing gun as far as the lifetime of Destiny, and definitely year 1 this was a dominant weapon. Year 3 Rise of Iron I haven't used it as much because 1, you couldn't get it until the Age of Triumph at a current light level version, and 2, I just think there's other guns now that may be a little bit more exciting than the Vision of Confluence, and I just, I've used this gun to death in year 1. I loved it. It was an awesome gun. Now that it has solar burn on it and it is an exotic primary, it's even better, but I just don't find myself using it so much in year 3 anymore. So Vision of Confluence, very good gun, but not my top 5 right now. Now all of this is subjective and it may change, in the coming weeks between now and Destiny 2. You never know. But next up we got the Suros DIS-43, and the only reason the DIS-47 is not in the top is because it is kind of a one-trick pony. The vendor version from Armsday that I have, the God Roll with the full auto, it's an amazing PvP weapon. It's a lot of fun, really solid, really interesting to shoot with, but it's kind of that one-trick pony. In PvE, it just doesn't do anything for me. It runs good, it's a lot of fun, but to be in this list, you really got to be good at 2 things. You got to be good at PvE and PvP. It is a super stable, super interesting gun, but it's really a one-trick pony for me. I throw it on in PvP when I need to get a pulse scout rifle bounty done, and it really works out. Kind of the same story for the Distant Star. I have a full auto version with this. I think it's full auto. Is this full auto? It should be full auto. Are you full auto, sir? Let's talk about this. I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, it's full auto. I have it on perfect balance, hidden hand, and full auto. So kind of the same story with this one and the DIS-47. They're high rate of fire, low impact scout rifles. Really have enjoyed them in PvP. In PvE, they're not as useful, so they're more one-trick ponies. They're really enjoyable guns. I like it. They sound awesome, and they're really enjoyable to use, especially in PvE. And PvP when I'm feeling silly, or they're fun in PvP and PvE when I'm feeling silly. If you don't stop slicing me up, man, what do you think you are, a pirate? You are not a pirate. Somebody please tell them they are not pirates. Nope, they are not pirates. So honorable mentions: DIS-47, Vision of Confluence, Keystone 01, and Distant Star. Those are all really good scout rifles, especially with the rolls that I've got on them. But they kind of either a little bit one-sided or just didn't quite make the cut in my mind as far as top of the Rise of Iron era for me. But they're still really good guns, and you may say they're your number 1 weapon in Rise of Iron, or your number 1 weapon right now. That's perfectly fine. I am going to tell you about my top 5. Let's start out with one that's pretty easy to figure out. Burning Eye. The Trials of Osiris scout rifle that I didn't get until just recently, but this is a very good gun. You can use it in PvE. You can use it in PvP. You can take it into Wrath of Machine and you can shoot the Shanks. You can one-shot them with the explosive rounds. You can take it into PvP, go to town shooting mins from distance with a super stability, having fun, running, funning, and gunning. And I haven't used it as much as I wanted to because I got it so late in the game. But it's still an amazing scout rifle. I've loved using the Burning Eye when I do use it. And it was a fun gun to chase while I was chasing it, running down bounties. and doing different things to acquire it, and I'm really excited that I got it, and I've been enjoying it a lot. So, Burning Eye, one of my top 5 right now. Like I said, I'm not ranking them in any particular order. I love the scope, man. I love how it highlights the enemies. It has the ornamentation on the scope that makes it look really cool. These Trials guns for Rise of Iron are really, really cool. I really enjoyed them. And it's a really powerful gun with the explosive rounds for PvE, and I like it. So, Burning Eye, there you go. One of my first entrants into the top 5 scout rifles for me for Rise of Iron. Now, your opinion may be different, and I want to know what your opinion is, so I'll go ahead and ask you right now before we get to the end of the video. What is your favorite scout rifle right now in Rise of Iron? It can be any scout rifle you have on your character. It can be any from any era. But what's your favorite scout rifle? Which one do you like the most? So, look at what we got here. We got a little raid scout rifle, the Chaos Dogma. And all of these guns I've picked because they're good at PvE. They're good at PvP. I've had success in both areas with them, and I really, really like them. So the Chaos Dogma is a super high impact, low rate of fire scout rifle from the Wrath of the Machine raid. You have to kill Axis to get this, and I think you can do it on normal mode. So it's been a fun gun to run around and shoot. And I didn't realize how good it was at PvP until I saw Lucky Buttwipe running it and realized it's a really, really strong PvE performer, or PvP performer, excuse me. Oh, and I just love the sound of that the raid perk going off for the triple double. Just sounds so cool. It's such a cool sounding and looking gun. I love all the Wrath of the Machine guns and the way they look. So this is definitely on my list of top scout rifles from Rise of Iron. It's from the raid. It's kind of a cornerstone gun, the Chaos Dogma. And if you don't have it yet and you have the opportunity to get it before Destiny 2, it's a lot of fun. You should definitely try to pick the Chaos Dogma up. Next up, let's talk about a gun that's very, very near and dear to my heart, the Wounded. Now, this is the Future War Cult Scout Rifle. This is a version I got recently. Outlaw Firefly, high caliber rounds, quick draw, and small bore. It's a very Fatebringer-esque roll. It doesn't have full auto like I wish it did, but still, extremely cool gun. And I have used this in PvE and PvP to great success. I really like using it. The Firefly is really cool. This one doesn't have triple tap, which I actually really, really like on my scout rifles, but that's just a PvE perk. Firefly Outlaw for the super fast reload, super good. If you're used to using a Fatebringer, this gun will feel right at home for you. You can use this in raids, you can use it in PvE, you can use it in PvP, and I've used a different version for a long time, and I've really enjoyed it. So this one that I got to drop recently just improved upon the formula that I already had with this gun, and I'm really, really liking what I got. I love any scout rifle with Firefly. It just makes it a fun gun to use. So the Wounded, it's one of my top 5. I'm definitely still enjoying it. Still getting different versions and still liking every single one of them. So this is one of those guns that every week when I check out the vendors at Reset for Age of Triumph, it just always looks good. So that is the Wounded. So we got 2 guns left. You know what they are, but we're going to talk about them. We got the Omolon Tuonela SR4. This is a baby that is always going to be my baby. This is probably my favorite legendary scout rifle. As far as utility. Triple tap, casket mag, and Firefly, or quick draw if I'm running PvP. And I bounce between all the scopes on this Omolon gun. And it's just a good old Armsday gun. Wait for that good roll. If you get the package, hold on to it till you get something fun. I really like the triple tap, and I really like the Firefly version. I love Firefly on a scout rifle. It makes everything. It makes you know when you got the right shot. And it is a mid-impact, mid-rate of fire scout rifle if I could aim. Triple tap's nice, just hitting those crits and going to town. The long range scope is kind of a little bit tricky for me right now, but in certain situations it's very, very nice, and I really do like it. So it's one of those guns I've had for a long time. It was one of the first Armsday guns that I got that I thought was really, really good. So the Omolon Tuonela SR4 mid-impact, mid-rate fire scout rifle has been it's been on my training table for a long time. So sometimes I'll use the candle, sometimes I'll use the flash. It just depends on what my mood is, but I run all sorts of different scopes on this gun. The flash is probably my favorite, but it's very versatile. It's very Hung Jury-esque. If you had the vendor version from year 2, the Hung Jury, it's basically the same thing. You can get the right talents and the right perks on it, and it'll perform almost identically. And I don't know, I really like it. It's not going to dominate everything or rule the whole world, but it's just a fun gun that has gotten so much use and utility out of. I used this one over a Chaos Dogma for a long time until I got a Chaos Dogma and I realized how useful it is. But that triple tap is really, really nice. So, especially coupled with Firefly, you know when you got the kill. If you didn't get the kill, you'd just be hitting them to the body or hitting them to the head and going to town. Very, very stable. Great sounding gun. I just have I've really enjoyed this gun. So there's only one gun left, guys, and if you don't know what it is, you may not have ever been to this channel. If you haven't been to this channel, you should subscribe, turn on notifications, and I go live here pretty much every day. I do upload videos every day too, so that's a thing you could do to be really, really cool and really sweet, and I'll be appreciative to you for it. But we've got the MIDA Multi-Tool, the only other exotic scout rifle on the list, and I don't really need to introduce this one very much. It is the MIDA Multi-Tool. I've got all the ornaments. I've been running this one since year one. I'm going to say I'm an OG MIDA user. Back when it was very, very OP with high caliber rounds, I remember running it in PvP. This is what would get me through a lot of Iron Banners. I would love having fun with this gun. It makes you quicker, it fires super fast, and it's just a joy to use. I mean, you feel like a Sonic the Hedgehog using this scout rifle, just because it's so fast and it makes you feel fast. So I've used it in PvP, I've used it in PvE. I've always enjoyed using it, and it's always been a good time. So that's been one of my top scout rifles. Now, if I had to pick three, if I could only pick 3 scout rifles to continue with me, like if I could take 3 with me into Destiny 2, which ones would I pick? I don't know. If you could take one gun into Destiny 2, what would it be? I would definitely choose the Multi-Tool. It's definitely a solid gun. It's one of my favorites. That would be of my top 3. Other than that, I would choose, I don't know, man, probably the Chaos Dogma. It's just that good. I enjoy it that much. And I don't know, the other one, it'd be a toss-up between the Tuonela and the Wounded. That would be one of the other ones, and they would all make it in there. Burning Eye is good too. So I mean, that's why these are, you know, top 5 in no order. It is what it is. But I want to know what you guys think. What's your favorite scout rifle? What's your favorite gun from Rise of Iron? If you want me to take a look at any of these in depth, let me know. And what do you think? Always interested to know what you guys think. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much. I'm gonna kill these guys so hard right now. Oh, you don't even know. Oh, you got a sword? I got a sword too, and it's stronger than yours. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Block him, block him, block him, block him back up, block him back up. We're gonna hang out, guys. Nope, run away. I just want my health to come back. Oh, I want to kill these guys before we get out of here. Trust me. We're gonna run the MIDA Multi-Tool, kill Pac-Sun or whatever his name is. There's a lot of guys shooting me, so I really appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys' input. Appreciate you liking the video and all that good stuff. I'm gonna take these guys out, but you have an awesome day. I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to see more. But until then, until next time, I'm Death from Above, and I will see you later. I see you. Bye. Leroy Jenkins. It was not a success.